Ahoy Panzer people, and this is Stickman Trenches. It's been a little while, but the game was recently updated to add the Russian Empire. Yes, that's not the Soviet Union, it is the Russians, with a special Tsar tank. Well, let's find out how good it is. Right, let's get into the trenches. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that the Russians were yellow, but I guess that's the color we're going with. Right, can one guy actually capture the middle here? I think we might be able to get to it. Quick, get the machine gun in. Oh, they've got 3 of them. Yeah, that's not going to end well for this guy, I don't think. Nope. So the tank in question is the heavy tank, and that does not give us a lot of information, because that's the turret. Where's the rest of it? There is also this medium tank, which I guess is a combination of both the tank and machine gun tank. It does cost only 4 medals instead of 5, but I want the big one. Right, so we're forced back all the way to the first line down here, and that is a double trench that they're fortifying. They have a lot of troops now. I'm a bit concerned. And also in between there's this big chasm of water, so it does take a long time to send troops in. Still, we do at least have shotgunners, so maybe they'll be okay attacking? I don't know which is better, shotguns or machine guns. Let's find out. Well, they all died instantly. Oh, now we're being attacked. Well, this is not good. Okay, quick. We need help. Ah. Now you see what's happened there is we screwed up. Oh, the one guy made it. Okay, we can rebuild. We can rebuild. We have, I was gonna say the technology, but we have the manpower at least. Alright, let's see what they can do. Alright, there it is. We have enough. What the heck is that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a Tsar tank. A mythical design that was thought up during World War I that never actually got made, thank God. Alright, I see it has like cannons on top and machine guns on the bottom. It does look like it has a cannon on the middle too. Alright, well we gotta send in some troops to support it, so let's go. Oh, it's already taking damage. Oh, it's slowing down in the water as well. How are rifles damaging it this much? Okay, well it's lost half of its health, but it's made it across the water at least. Well, that was a little disappointing. So we can at least I'm sorry, that is just a brick. It's a brick with a chimney on it. What is happening here? Alright, well machine gun clearly beats infantry, but tank is supposed to beat machine gun. It's not doing it. It got through one machine gun. It's looking like we might need more shotgunners to be able to take that trench. Oh, they're bringing a machine gun forward. And they've retaken it. Alright, let's try that again. We're going in without the tanks this time. Hopefully we have the numbers. It doesn't look like we do though. And they've died immediately. Why does this keep happening? Alright, well we got the tank this time. Let's go. Push with him. I mean, I only have 2 troops, but we have 2 tanks. You can't quite see him. He's being slightly eaten. That right there is a machine gun tank, which is supposed to be good against these guys. So I'm hoping this lets the big guy take out the machine gun nests. Well, before he inevitably dies. I do wish the tanks were made out of something other than cardboard. Alright, we are getting through these trenches. Go, go, go. Quick. Do a capture. Oh wow, we're really pushing them all the way back, huh? Okay. I'm gonna set that to attack as well, and then we're just gonna move everybody up here. Because you know what? I think this tank is going to make it at least to this line. Well, I was mostly right. Arriving now at the trenches, it's the Death Corps of Krieg! Not really, I mean, they're just putting on gas masks. But the point is, we're at the final trench. Alright, are we ready? I think the tank is gonna be crossing the water now, and let's go. Oh. Yeah, the officer makes them move faster. I forgot about that. So, they all died instantly. And they've pushed us all back again. So at this point you're probably thinking, is this all trench warfare actually is? Losing hundreds of men to move a few inches forward into the next trench only to be pushed back the next day? Yes! Why do you think it lasted as long as it did? And as predicted, a single SAR tank, as much as a wonder weapon it might have been, couldn't win the war all on its own. And it got me thinking, well, these are World War I tactics, but we live in modern times. Why don't we try some modern tactics on them instead? Right, this time around, no messing about. We're gonna secure our trench, and we're gonna do things the way the Soviet Union would have done, and the main reason why the Russian Empire failed. To begin with, we need a lot of infantry. Yeah, that seems good. And I'm not just gonna send 1, or 2, or even 3 SAR tanks. No, 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 no. We will support them with medium tanks and machine gun tanks. And then we're gonna send our troops in. Because there is absolutely no point in holding back when you have the material of, well, we'll call it the modern Russia, let's say. And before you ask, no, this isn't high tech. But we didn't lose as many as they did in Stalingrad. Well, I think that victory speaks for itself, but I think we can do better. This time round, we're going up to the brutal difficulty, and we're on a map with a lot of trenches. A lot of them. And we're up against the Germans. Oh, they're already here. Oh, that's slightly awkward. Well, I didn't say it was a perfect strategy. All right, let's try that again. Once more, with feeling. All right, it might seem like overkill, but I believe that's about 20 SAR tanks.
Oh my god!
There's also a vanguard of 3 medium tanks in there because I thought we might be going a bit overboard with the SAR tanks. Now, of course, we are still using infantry to hold the line, and they will do so while our big wheelie boys go forward. Of course, the advantage of big wheels is they can cross trenches very easily, but that is the advantage of any tank. I do believe the Germans don't stand a chance. There's definitely something to be said about how a tank breaks the stalemate of trench warfare, especially if you deploy about a dozen of them in the same spot. So I kind of want to see what happens if we deploy only SAR tanks and nothing else. So I don't know how many are actually here. All I see are wheels. There's honestly so many wheels it looks like a nightmare I had once about falling underneath the train. Oh yeah, there's a second wave coming too, but I don't think they're gonna get there in time. That seemed a little anticlimactic. I think this SAR tank might be a little too strong, especially if you're using about 50 of them. But just as a test, how many of the smaller tanks can we get into the battle at once? I'm gonna go with the machine gun tank and the regular tank. The advantage of these is they don't cost medals to spawn, so I can just cash in any medals I get for extra stars and see what happens. Oh yeah, I think we may have enough. Oh, in case you're wondering, yeah, I don't actually think that it's enough. So that's my backup force coming. I do pity the French in this scenario. They were historically the ones that had the best tanks, and the most of them. How the turns have tabled. Right, now I'm actually wondering how many tanks we can fit on screen at once. So in order to do that, we have to go on the biggest map. That's map 12 down here. Look at the number of trenches. And here we go. Oh no, the frame rate's starting to die. We're at 20 FPS. Hold it together, game. We're at 21. Alright, it's not so bad when we're at the front line, because there's fewer tanks on the screen, but we're now down to 15 FPS. I started to think, like, exactly how many tanks this is, because every time I move the camera, the game almost completely freezes. But we need more. There must be more. We must build more. Alright, that's victory in 2 minutes 53 with 282 SAR tanks. But you know what? I think we can go even bigger than this. Alright, this time around we are on hard difficulty. So the enemies should be harder to kill. There should be more of them, which means I'm expecting to lose more of the tanks. I'm so glad, by the way, that you guys can't hear the sound that the game is making right now when I add all of the currency. You gotta love mods sometimes, though. Alright, we've got 69,000, nice. And we are going to deploy the tanks. It doesn't even look like there's tanks being spawned. It just looks like they're all vibrating. Violently vibrating. I like that they stop every time they engage something, so the entire group just gets more and more compressed. Oh my god, we're at 6 FPS now. The game's struggling. Alright, that's the last few tanks I think I can spawn. The game is currently moving at exactly 1 frame a second. And the camera keeps moving. I'm not controlling it anymore. The game has a mind of its own. Wait, so how quickly does this kill the base? That was actually slower, interestingly enough. That was 293 SAR tanks, and we hit 1 frame a second during that. I think that's fair to say that that's probably the game's limit. I'm gonna say that because the enemy only spawns 47 troops. So it turns out there is a limit. So that is the main update of Stickman Trenches, and yes, in case you're wondering, I completely broke the game balance by modding it, but it does at least show how much fun the tanks and vehicles in this game really are. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and of course subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. And if you made it all the way through this video, don't forget to comment down below with the word SAR Bomba. And my name is Panzer. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.